Good morning, students. Welcome back for our next class in Indian Economic Development. And today we are going to start a new lesson, the lesson number 5, Human Capital Formation in India. First of all, I would like to introduce you to this, that human capital is that capital which is the mankind, and humans are considered capital because they can create other types of resources such as machines and others which can help in the production process in agriculture and others. Human have the knowledge, human have the brain which is developed to such an extent that they can utilize the resources which are there on the earth for his own benefits. Human have used the minerals lying below the earth to create the big factories. Then humans have used the made the infrastructure like the roads, railways, transport and others, as well as humans are now going to the other planets and sending the rockets there, as well as man has landed on the moon also. So we can think only of human capital because the human capital is the best of all the capitals, because humans have the technological as well as the cognitive development to use this type of capital. So we are going to study about human capital in India. So first of all, what is human capital? Human capital means the people living in any region, any part of the world is the human capital there. That India has about 135 crore people living. So we have 135 crore human capital in India, and we are very much blessed by nature because human capital in India is in abundance. We have more population as compared to the land in India. Then human capital can be used in a variety of ways for the development process. We know that Japan, the country in northern Asia, has less resources, less natural resources, but due to good human capital, the Japanese are very hardworking and their technology most among the most advanced nations in the world. They have developed their human capital to such an extent by education, investment in education, investment in healthcare, training, and others, that today they stand among with the most powerful nations in the world. So human capital is important because without human capital, there is no use of resources, there is no use of metals, non-metals, there is no use of precious materials like gold, silver, diamond. We have no use because without humans, we can't think of utilizing them in the best possible way. So human resources are the most important resources which are available on earth. Then हाउ इज ह्यूमन कैपिटल प्रोड्यूस्ड? अब नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन ये आता है कि ह्यूमन कैपिटल बनता कैसे है. We know that India has a lot of people, 135 crore people, but still India is a developing country. India is not among the developed countries of the world. Why? What is the reason? Because we have human capital, but there is lack of investment in that capital, and our human capital is not too well developed to tackle or to stand in counterpart with the rich countries of the world. Means for development of human capital, we need first of all investment in education. Then we need investment in health. Then we need investment in on-job training, development, and migration. So for developing sound human capital, we require first of all investment in education. यदि शिक्षा का स्तर अच्छा है, शिक्षा यदि मिल रही है, तो ह्यूमन कैपिटल अच्छा बन सकता है. We can have good human capital if the literacy rate is highest in the world. We know that the developed countries, the literacy rate is 99%, 100%. So, due to literacy, the people have the conscious developed among themselves. They have the self confidence in them, and education brings out the confidence in a person. And if a man is confident, he can do the work in the best possible way. So, for development of human capital, the primary thing we need is education. Without education, we can't consider of development. Our state Bihar in India is not developed in terms of industries as well as employment generation. The reason is due to lack of proper educational system or investment in education, we are lagging behind. Then the next thing is investment in health. Health is a key factor. Someone has said that health is wealth, and health is a kind of jewelry for us. How? Because if we have sound health, we can do the work, and a healthy person requires less investment in the medicines and other things. And a healthy person can do the work in the best possible way. He knew a healthy person can do the work more efficiently than a sick person. Healthy mind develops a healthy body. So all these are required. So from the very beginning, the children in the infancy stage, they are immunized by vaccination. The polio, BCG, DPT, and other vaccines are given to the children to prevent them from deadly diseases. Then nutrition is required, because with proper nutrition, a person's mind and body develops. Therefore, health investment in health is very much important, and health plays a pivotal role in the development of good human resource. So, first education, then second health. If these two things are there, then the third one is investment in on-job training. On-job training means what? Suppose a person is going in a concern or a firm. He has no practical knowledge of the work there. So he is put on training, means on-the-job training. The senior person who are working with him gives him the direction how to work, how to do a particular work, and he is getting the on-job training. After a few months or years, he becomes trained enough to do the work independently. So on-job training is very much for the development of human capital, and on the job training enriches a person's mind and productivity in terms of the thing that he becomes self-sufficient in doing a particular work. And development of personnel are groomed, they are developed, they are nurtured in a proper way such that they become expert, or they become technically more adapted to the environment. Then the migration means what? Suppose that the requirement of person who are technically skilled is at some other place, so the people can go there very easily, and for going there infrastructure is very much necessary. For going inside the country or moving to other cities in our country India, we need the railways and the roadways as well as the somewhat airways also. But for going to international sites, we require the airways. So the migration is made possible only through the effective infrastructure, the roadways, railways, and the airways. So all these things, these are the primary requirement for development of good human resources in a country. And if these are found, then the human resources are the best, and the human resources, they are doing the good job there and making the country developed in terms of self-sufficiency. So what we conclude from the lesson which we observed today, that human capital is the capital which belongs to the nation, the number of people living in the country. And human capital is very important, because without human capital, the other resources which are abiotic, they have no meaning. There is no one to use them. The nomadic man who roamed the earth about 10,000, 20,000 years back, he has no knowledge of using the metals, the fire and the other. But today we are using this because we have the more developed mind, sharp brain, and technical knowledge. We can use them. So these are the few things which make the human capital very effective. And I have given you the example of Japan, that how Japan, without any natural resources or very less natural resources, have become one of the developed and powerful countries in the world, and it is one of the top 10 rich countries in the world. So that's all for today. Thank you very much for listening to me. Have a good day.